one of the things that happens in organizations as well as in people is they settle into ways of looking at the world and become satisfied with those. And the world changes and keeps evolving, and new potential arises, but these people that are settled in don't see it. And that's what gives startup companies their greatest advantage, is the sedentary point of view of large companies. And in addition to that, large companies usually do not have very efficient communication paths from the people closest to some of these changes at the bottom of the company to the top of the company, which are the people making the big decisions. And so by the time, there may be people at the lower levels of these companies that see these changes coming, but by the time the word ripples up to the highest levels where they can do something about it, sometimes 10 years passes. And even in the case where part of the company does the right thing, at the lower levels, usually the upper levels screw it up somehow. I mean, IBM in the personal computer business was a good example of that. So I think as long as you know, humans don't solve this human nature trait of sort of settling in to a worldview after a while, there will always be opportunity for young companies as well as young people to innovate. A lot of people come to me and they say, well, I want to be an entrepreneur. And I go, oh, that's great. What's your idea? And they go, well, I don't have one yet. And I say, well, I think you should go get a job as a busboy or something until you find something you're really passionate about, because it's a lot of work. And I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. It is so hard. You pour so much of your life into this thing. There are such rough moments in time that most people give up. I don't blame them. I mean, it's really tough, and it consumes your life. I mean, if you've got a family and you're in the early days of a company, I can't imagine how one could do it. I'm sure it's been done, but it's rough. I mean, because it's pretty much an 18-hour-a-day job, 7 days a week for a while. So unless you have a lot of passion about this, you're going to not survive. You're going to give it up. So you got to have an idea or a problem or a wrong that you want to right that you're passionate about. Otherwise, you're not going to have the perseverance to stick it through. And I think that's half the battle right there. Somebody once told